Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of our second act. Let's talk about solo safety, the hidden home and travel risks we face in our adventures during our second act. Now, we cherish our independence, living life on our own terms, exploring new places, but what if the very freedom you love comes with hidden dangers, both in your own home and while you're away? Today we're pulling back the curtain on the real security risks solo individuals face and why you must know how to protect yourself. Now stick around because the insights you'll gain during this video could literally save your life. Living alone, traveling solo in our later years offers immense independence. Look, self-discovery, freedom to pursue our passions, whether it's comforting solitude in our own home or the thrill of exploring a new destination. These choices are incredibly empowering. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that with this cherished independence comes a need for heightened awareness of security-related risks. The unsettling truth is that many of these vulnerabilities aren't unique to foreign travel. They exist within the familiar walls of our homes as well. We often associate these risks with random chance, but for older single individuals, there can be a perceived vulnerability that draws unwanted attention. We don't need to look for sinister motives from strangers to understand this, but rather acknowledge how a lack of immediate backup can be exploited. Now let's explore some key security and exploitation risks associated with both living alone and traveling alone as we age. The lack of a visible second person can be perceived as an opportunity. This could involve sophisticated scams, high-pressure techniques from salespeople attempting to gain access to financial information, or even being taken advantage of by individuals offering unsolicited help. Now, when traveling, being unfamiliar with local customs and lacking an immediate support network can unfortunately increase this susceptibility to various forms of exploitation. We've often heard the term skin tax being thrown around, and that's just one example of what we're talking about. Now, being alone means there's no immediate witness and there's no helper if we're confronted. Now, while some security risks are universal, single homeowners, particularly as they age, face unique exposures within their own residence. The very independence that's cherished can inadvertently create opportunities for concern. Imagine home services and deliveries. Consider the frequent interaction required for maintaining a home. Delivery of a large appliance or piece of furniture. How about engaging contractors for repairs? Plumbers, electricians, handymans often involve letting strangers into your personal space. When you hire a contractor for a larger job, they often bring helpers or subcontractors whom you haven't personally vetted. How about neighborhood youth? Unfortunately, now a house where only one older person resides might be perceived as an easier target for mischief or, in unfortunate cases, more aggressive acts, leading to property damage and a feeling of insecurity in one's own home. Let's talk about enhanced home security measures. Now, this is paramount even if you feel safe. Always lock all your doors and windows, even if you're just stepping out for a moment or at home, even at home during the day. There was a tragic incident in Florida where a woman was mopping her floor in her own home. The sliding glass door was open in her backyard. A man came in, assaulted her with the mop. She happened to escape, ran next door, called the police, and they captured the guy. Along with having the alarm system armed while you're at home, even during the day, keeping your windows and doors locked, these things serve as early warning systems. The same can be said of a dog. Now, little dogs are going to yap and bark. They're not going to stop an intruder. Big dogs are not going to stop somebody that's cased the place. They'll poison a dog. They'll take care of it. So dogs are early warning systems, but don't expect them to be an actual means of defense. One of the most critical times is when we are asleep. Having the dogs barking, having an alarm go off, this gives us time to wake up and put our plans into action. If you decide to own a firearm, make sure that you get quality training. Make sure you understand the laws that govern the use of deadly force, and also understand that just because we can doesn't mean we should. One crucially important aspect of owning a firearm for self-protection is making sure that it's not within arm's reach while we are asleep. We don't want to wake up startled and grab a gun from under our pillow or grab a gun off the nightstand and find out that our son or daughter has come back from college, didn't want to wake us up and wanted to surprise us, and now we accidentally shoot a child. All it takes is a quick Google search and you'll see these tragedies. They happen, and this is why this rule is so important. Many of these rules are written in blood. This is definitely one of them. A great strategy for hotels and at home is to place a firearm in the holster on the side of the bed away from the door. If somebody enters the door, if somebody breaks into the home or attempts to enter your room, roll off the bed, Use the bed as a barricade. You've got a flashlight to identify the threat. You've got a firearm to defend yourself. And you got a cell phone to call the police. That's the smart way to handle it. Not laying in a bedstand and definitely not underneath your pillow. Now let's talk about deliveries. If you've got an appliance scheduled to be delivered, schedule it at a time when you can have a trusted friend or a neighbor or family member at home when they make the delivery so that the people delivering it don't see you at home alone. Use vetted companies, investigate them, word of mouth, referrals. This is the best way to do it. Ask people at your church, ask your neighbors, who do they trust, who do they use? Make sure they're licensed, make sure they're insured. You know, when you talk about roofing companies and air conditioning companies, you know, tree removal companies, these are all things that can place you at tremendous risk. A roofer falls off the roof and they're not insured. A person trying to remove a tree, they're not insured. All these things come with their own risks. The bottom line is, again, be careful who you hire, and if workers are required to be in your home, make sure that all of our valuables are secured, and again, have a trusted person there if possible. Now let's talk about travel preparedness. We should inform a trusted contact of our detailed itinerary and check in regularly. Using smartphones with emergency SOS features, smart home devices like video doorbells, smart locks, security cameras allow us to see and monitor our home even when we're not there. So this isn't just for when we're at home and knowing whether or not to open the door. This lets us see what's going on while we're on another continent, thousands of miles away, and somebody shows up and rings our doorbell or the security camera senses motion, we get it. And then again, leveraging technology, we can call the police, call our neighbors, whatever, and handle it while we're gone. Now here's another one. Trusting your intuition. If a situation feels unsafe or it's uncomfortable, just remove yourself. Make space. Make space. I'm sorry I can't help you. Make space. So whether you're at home or whether you're traveling, your gut feeling can be a valuable safety tool. Don't feel obligated to open your door to unexpected visitors or allow anyone into your home that you don't feel comfortable with. Don't allow them into your personal space, even if they claim to be from a utility company, without identification and without verification. Just don't open a door. Don't let them in your space. Let's summarize all of this. This was a lot of information. Living alone, traveling solo as we age, it offers incredible freedom and opportunity. But by acknowledging the specific risks, including those unique to single home ownership and single travel, and taking proactive steps to mitigate it, we can continue to embrace our independence with greater confidence, peace of mind, both in the comfort of our own home and while exploring the world. And as we always say, better thinking does equal a better life. Joey out.